Hello, my beautiful people. How's it going? Hi, my name is Michelle and I'm a cash-based budgeter here in Western Australia, and this is just me documenting my journey and getting my family into a financial situation that we're both proud of but also sustainable. We want to say that we have financial freedom, and obviously in order to do that we need to live a debt-free life. We need to have money in the bank, emergency fund, money to pay all our bills without too much stress of when is that next, how we're going to pay it. Now, I obviously do a lot of my budgeting online as well, because all my bills, my mortgage, all of that is taken care online. So I always make sure I've put in money towards my bills account. So, however, I also do a system, an envelope system, where I put money to different categories. I do use prop notes as well, because it shows where I have put money into my various accounts to say how I'm tracking. So it helps me keep myself accountable. And I also like seeing the envelopes grow. It kind of gives me a sense of satisfaction or gratification, you know, that instant gratification almost, to say, yes, I can physically see some money going into the spots. This is a usual cash stuffing for me. I haven't done one of these in a while, and so I really want to get back into it because spending kind of got out of hand in the last 2 months. So hubby and I are reining it back in. All right, so without further ado, I do have 2 placeholders here. These placeholders are from Caroline from Caro Cash. Obviously the shop will be in the description. These prop notes are absolutely beautiful. The reason why I like these ones, and I haven't tried any other ones from any other stores, so I cannot say that this is the best out there. I by all means no. I guess I like the simplicity, the cleanliness, the artwork, and the fact that they're not too thick, so it doesn't take up too much space in the binders. So that's that 1,000 there. It represents money that I have transferred into my accounts, and this is the cash that I've pulled out. All right, I am terrible at counting. If you are new to my channel, thank you for clicking in. It really means a lot. And if you do enjoy this video, do consider liking and subscribing. For all my OGs, you have my heart. You have given me the inspiration, you've given me the motivation, you've given me the encouragement to keep going, and it truly means a lot, because without you I would have never been able to do what I do right now. All right, let's get counting. 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 500, 20, 40, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 140. And that is 790. That is exactly what I needed, exactly what I have. Whew. All right, so first things first, I'm going to stuff my envelope. Now, if you did catch my last video, you would have heard about how my hubby's got a new job. However, instead of a weekly wage, he now has a bi-weekly or a fortnight wage. His pay and my pay come together. So hubby and I actually sat down together and we wanted to see what our priorities are for the next 6 months or the next financial year. And one of those priorities was savings, savings, savings. So we are going to, not this pay, but from the next bi-weekly pay, we are going to be really buckling down on some of our savings. And hence why you may not see as much cash here in the cash envelopes, because we're going to put a lot more towards savings. It's going to be a challenge, and if it doesn't work, we will revisit it. And that's the point of a budget. You need to keep revisiting it. Does it work? Does it not work? What can I do to make it work? All right, so in here, before I used to put monies towards each category, and if you had caught Aussie Budget Queen, she was putting in one envelope all the money that she needed, because it was kind of not working for her family or for herself, of having to keep pulling out from different categories. And because it could be that you spend more on fuel in one fortnight, but then you don't spend as much in groceries, but then it could be reversed the next. So what I've decided to do is take these two and put it aside, just like how she did it. And I, you know what, so I will not take credit for this. I will make sure I put the Aussie Budget Queen in the description below, so you can watch her, because you know, when you need to take inspiration from others, because they might have something that would work for you. So that's why I love this community, because we're all about encouraging, and we encourage you to try different things to see if what works for you. I have never done this before, so it may not work for me, but I want to give it a go, because I think it will actually work for me and my family needs. So I'm going to put 500, 50, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, I'm going to count that again. 50, 150, 250, 350, 400, 420, 440, 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. So that is 500. That's going in here. And that is for the full fortnight. That is to cover things such as, so I've already filled fuel in the car. So this will be for extra fuel, groceries, takeaways, coffees, even a haircut. If a hubby wants to go for a haircut, this is where the money comes from. We have 500 for the full fortnight. And what I've decided to do is that if there is any leftover monies from this, the coins will go into the coin jar, but then I'll put it into the rollover money. Because what I've noticed is that I'm not too worried about saving the rollover money, because to me, I've taken out that $500 and I'm putting it towards the spending and looking after the house. So that rollover money, it could be like when I do a bulk shop, which I tend to do. I try to do a bulk shop every couple of months. I also, in my grocery, I actually do my, you know, laundry detergents and household items as well in my grocery shopping. So that's what I thought I could use that for. So that's done. All right. Going into the events binder next. So I've started a Christmas savings challenge, so that's going to help with the putting money towards this. And I'm going to put $10 in Christmas, however. So that has got 100, 150, 160, nowhere near to what I need. And so I really need to work on that. 10, Father's Day is getting 10, so 50, 55, 60, 65. And hubby's birthday, which is also in September, is getting a 5. Okay. Now, one down. This is my two-legged baby, my son's binder. Okay, so this one, I need 20, 30, and that's going into events and gifts, because his birthday is in October and I really got to start saving up for that. So because of his party, we're doing it in a cuddly farm, so it's going to be expensive. 40, 50, 60. So I don't do a birthday present for my son. I know it sounds harsh, but he is going to be 3 this year. And what we noticed in the last 2 years, I didn't actually buy him a birthday present last year as well, because he got that many presents in his party that it just made no sense in me buying a present. But I rather spend the money on the experience, so I did it in a play center. So as you know, some of those can be quite costly. And then what I did was I put money towards an investment account for him. So which I thought that was the better way to go. Obviously, as he gets older, he might tell me what he wants for his birthday, like, you know, what he would like as a present. By all means, I will revisit that. So we've got I need, so I've got a further 30, 10, 20, 30 that I need to put in the rest of these envelopes. So clothes, I think I'm going to put the 10 in that. So 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm going to take these 10s, 10, 20, 10, 20. Let me see if there's a 50 in here. Yep, there is a 50, 20. A little bit of cash condensing as we have while we add it. Activities, I'm putting in a 5. We've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. I think I'm going to swap these out for the $50 note there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, let's do that. I never know. I might actually... Oh, that's not a good idea. Oops, no, no, no. Because activities, we don't never need a $50 note. So I'm going to... No, not doing that. Sorry, my bad. Do things on the fly. Sports has got quite a bit here. 120, 130, 135. And that's because the little one just kept getting sick. This weather has been not so good for him. So we haven't enrolled him into any sports. I even actually had to pull him out of his swimming because it was just, we were missing more classes than it was worth. So I was like, you know what, just for the time being, I'm going to pull him out. Putting another 5 in here. So we got 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. That's brilliant. And future, that's getting the last 5. So we got 100, 200, 220, 225, 230. So this is what I mean. This money here will actually go into my son's investment account. So on his birthday, I can actually just transfer it over. Another binder down. This binder is for my fur baby. This one is going to be getting grooming. It's getting a 25. So 10, 20, 5. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Health is getting 10. So 100, 110, 115. And emergency is getting 5. So we got 50, 60, 70, 75. And treats and toys is funded. His birthday is this week, so we're going to use that. All right, so this is the spending binder. These are kind of like cash envelopes because this is where most of the money does come out from, but we'll work through it. So health. $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80. All right, so I've got $80 to put towards this binder. So I'm putting in $20 to health. So 20, 30, 40. No, sorry, 20, 30, 40, 50 in health. Hair, is getting 10 and 20. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Bulk cost to go. I actually want to put 10 in here because my in-laws are coming next month, so I probably want to do a nice decent bulk shop. So this I'll have to keep adding to this. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Home, we're putting in 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. I do want to get some organizational things from Kmart, so I think I can use that money. Gift, I'm going to put a 5 at this stage. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95. Clothes, I'm putting in a 5. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Hobbies, I'm putting in the 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And splurge, I'm putting in at 5. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. This is for miscellaneous spending. Okay, that binder is done. And then the final binder. Now this is where the prop notes will come in. So savings. This binder, I don't know why it's not as malleable. Is that the word? So it can be quite stiff sometimes. Now savings. I did update some of these trackers. All right, so that's the savings one, and I'm putting in the 500. Now you may have noticed, I don't know, it depends. I did take out money from my savings and I paid off my credit card. So I am officially credit card debt free. I have no longer a car loan debt because that's also paid off. So the only debt I have at the moment is my mortgage. So I'm feeling pretty good at this stage in my life right now that I can actually focus on some major savings. So that's what I would like to do. And you will see this is the one that I'm going to be very aggressive with because we really want to go for that family home. And I don't know if I've had a chance to tell you guys, hubby and I have actually gone to look at quite a few homes for the last 2.5 months. We've been actively looking for homes. We actually put in offers, and guess what? It gets rejected because people, the market is crazy. We will go to a home open, we love the house, but there'll be 50 other people at this home open. So you feel pressured to put in an offer, even though you don't know if that is the right home for you. So you don't feel like you have a chance to mull over it or think over it. And then you put in an offer, you think you're putting in more than what they're asking because that's what the market is, and we're still getting rejected. There was this one we put in 50 grand more than what the asking price for, and it still got rejected because there was someone who outbid us. And I was like, so hubby and I have actually taken a break because we literally could not do any more. Like we spoke to our broker said yes, we could stretch it. And when we went to our maxed out amount, like when we thought about it, we actually really sat down and thought about it. We would have to be emptying out every single account binder, like to make it work. Now get this, we're in such a good position. We do have some savings. We have equity in the house we're currently living in, and we were still struggling to get in. I can't imagine what it must be like for those who are just getting into the market or, you know, struggling to put that deposit together. It must be so stressful. So my prayers go out to you. But I just think if you're just going for a home anyway, it is really hard. I don't know if the other states are feeling it as much as we are in Perth. But it is scary, it's hard. So hubby and I are just going to say, look, we're not going to be in that position where we have to empty out all our accounts. Whatever is in this particular savings, that's all that is going towards that house. So that's what we've decided. So we'll bulk this one up so that nothing else gets touched, and we're not leaving ourselves in a position where we're living paycheck to paycheck again. So we've added that 500 into here. So we've got 20,000, 21,000, 22,000, 22,500, which is represented in prop notes because we rather do that. Okay, emergency. Again, this is another one I use prop notes for. This account is definitely not getting touched, and we've put in 500 transfer, so that goes in here. And so we got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,500, 5,000, 5,250, which is represented in prop note. You know what, while you're here, I might as well just swap that out for a 5,000 bill. This in here, I put all my prop notes for future. So that's a 5,000. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 5,000. Yes. And that way it's actually easier for me to count. All right, so in here, oops, is the 5,200 in prop note and the tracker. Annual bills. Now I added the seasonal savings challenge to when I had completed it to this annual bills. That's why it's bulked up quite a bit, and that's what I use my savings challenges for, is to bulk up my sinking funds. So in here I'm adding a 50. Oh, I didn't update my tracker. Oops. I knew I was forgetting something. I don't know why. 480 plus 50, 530. Okay, so this one will get depleted next month because my regos come in. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 10, 20, 30, 530. I wonder if one of my savings challenges could finish before the month is over next month, and that could go towards this. Did I add my tracker? Yes. Car maintenance. So in this one, I'm adding 15. Actually, I hate that being, yeah, it doesn't matter. $535. So I got 500 in the bank and represent by placeholder, and they got 20, 25, 30, 35. Need to check with hubby as to when it's due. The good thing with our current jobs, hubby doesn't have to drive. He barely drives, not even 5 minutes from where we live, which is great. And then I catch the train to my workplace, so we're not using the second car as much, so we're not using as much kilometers, so that's a plus. Now vacation, I do have a couple of savings challenges towards vacation, but that doesn't mean I don't keep adding to this, because always incidentals happen and I need to be prepared. So I'm putting $10 in here. So 100, 105, 110, 115. And then self-care is getting a 5. Why didn't I update these? In self-care, I added 170 from one of the challenges I finished. So that is definitely going to help. So 100, 200, 220, 230, 240, 250. Now, I'm not actively looking to see what I can do, like whether I wanted to go and do massage or facials or things like that. But I like knowing it's there. So if something does come up and I think, yep, that's what I want to do, I also was thinking of using this money to do like, you know, one of the short artistic type courses. I used to love doing, like I did a calligraphy class once. It cost me $150. To me, that's self-care as well, where you actually doing something that you enjoy doing and brings you peace. And that's why I thought I'm glad I have this fund so I can do that. And then this is the wish list. I've got quite a chunk of money in here. Anything that comes up, I can definitely use that. That's why I don't have a specific purpose. Now, supposing I have been thinking about the Dyson hair dryer, and if I was to go for that, that's where this money can come from. If I want to upgrade my phone, this is where this money can come from. That's how I'm looking at it at the moment. So I don't have a specific purpose, but you know, when inspiration strikes, that's why. And this is just the bonus money that I got from my work, so that's why I am putting it towards this. 1,000, 1,500, 1,600, and a $5. So 1,605. All right, now, and that is it. That's all the money. It's gone so quickly. That money just goes, but it's all got a purpose, and that's what budgeting is all about, is making sure that all your money has been given a purpose. And revisit. If you have to visit it every week, you visit every week. To some people, it might seem that you're living paycheck to paycheck because you're budgeting every week. To me, that's how it worked for me all of last year, and it's also working still for me. I'm just going to have to change how my mindset works, because I was working still with almost a weekly wage, because hubby was getting weekly and I was getting paid bi-weekly, but now both of us are getting paid bi-weekly. So it's just a different way of doing things. So some binders would look like they're getting a little extra money, but that's because I'm not going to be doing this every week. I think I might just be doing one video a week, just so that I can be a little more consistent, because I do want to try and do other things with my time, and I can't do that when I'm trying to create videos. So for now, I think I'm going to try and consistently put one video a week. And that's it. That's my video. That's my cash stuffing for this fortnight. The next one will be obviously a savings challenge, and so I think I will be swapping them that way. All right then, I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do consider. I am so close to that 500 mark. Please do consider. I am so close to that 500 mark. It really means a lot to me. And if you're one of my OGs, you know I love you. All right, everyone. Bye.